Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button. You want to see more? Hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Motorsport Manager. We're on to episode number 5. A few more changes to the pit crew. I did a little bit of work off camera here so we can keep the episode time where it's supposed to be. We're now the best, passing Mercedes. Sponsor is still at 9th, but we're going to have some new offers coming up here real soon. And staff-wise, we're at 8th place. Last time out, we hired Haley Deegan as our number 2 driver. 70% marketability will be a real boost there. And decent quality, 3-star driver. Scouting-wise, we just got another one completed in Sirotkin. Now, Sirotkin is only 49% marketability and barely better than Deegan. The only reason why I starred him is that he's a paid driver bringing in $1 million per race. So he could more than pay for himself and essentially be his own sponsor to the team and be okay. Ocon, though, I don't know. I feel like I should be going for Ocon. Team player. First lap hero, always a good start. 5% marketability bonus right now that won't last, but that still puts him at 70. 70 is pretty dang good. 3.5 stars right now. I mean, that's a good driver. That's a good driver. I think I should try to take Ocon away from Mercedes and just go with it. We need to get these driver lineups figured out. And it does depend ultimately on how much money he wants. Status isn't too important, but he would definitely be our number 1. But if it's not too important, I could take him as equal status and he'll just be even happier. What is his high end? That's way too expensive, but if we get him down to 500,000 a race. He wants a short contract though. I want a long contract. Even split, that's $1 million. So yeah, he's starting to get expensive. He wants a nice signing on fee. That's another 2.4 million. Bonus size is important as well. So he's going to be a really hard signing. So we might as well just kind of start the negotiations and see where we're at. The bonuses aren't a big deal because we're not going to be in the top 3 anytime soon. So I will max that part out. But it's going to be difficult. Let's go ahead and put number 1 instead of equal status. Back. Okay, well, it's glitching, but we'll try that. I just don't see him signing, actually. Mick Schumacher is still a decent option. Failed academy tryout. Really? Interesting that they didn't want him. 6% of that's going to go away, so 75. But that failed academy tryout at some point, right? That's got to go away. But he's going to be expensive until he is. Alright. Well, we need to keep looking into... And at this point, we're looking for a number 1 driver, so... Maybe we need to start looking more into, like here. Alex Rossi, really good braking, good cornering. But he's making $900,000 a race right now. That's more than I want to pay someone. She's really good at cornering, but she's got some flaws elsewhere. Okay, now Lauderer, but Lauderer is 37. I'm surprised Hubert's not a little bit higher. Davidson's way too old. Gio looks like a pretty decent, but it's going to cost us a lot of money to get him away from Alfa Romeo. Markelov could be. The consistency I'm not sure about. Oh, he's already with Alpine. Hartley. Wow, Hartley's 29? I didn't know Hartley was that old. Senna's carrying a big name. Seeing Wood in the W Series. Surprised her ratings are actually that high. Ilott. Okay, Sainz does look pretty good. What? Though he's making $750 and would cost a ton to break that contract. Okay, I'm not familiar with Gannis, but that's a pretty wide range in some of these areas. Decent cornering, the overtaking would be good. The braking certainly wouldn't be bad. The consistency is there. I mean, she could be a decent driver, but her feedback could be a 4. And at 28, I don't know how much she's going to improve. Low consistency. Leclerc, of course, would be brilliant. But I think they've got him rated lower than he should be. Okay, now, Decker here looks to have some quality. The braking is definitely good. The cornering should be right about. She'll be fairly consistent. Good focus. Not a big loss. Let's go ahead and scout. Still need one more driver. Alright, and we're back a week before we head to Portugal, to Tondela. And reason for is that question that was asked of me in the previous race about the removal. Oh my goodness, really? No. Why would I perform well there? But okay. Why would we remove? We already only have 16 races. Big 3 teams, Big 4 teams, all ruling to... Uh-oh. We're screwed. All the big teams went for it. Oh, Claire Williams abstained. No. Claire, come on. We would have at least had 6-6 and a chance. Great. Now we're going to be down to 15 races on the calendar. I'm going to have to change my scoring system a little bit, as we are very short on the number of constructor points available. Okay, so Tondela is going to be 57 laps. 57. Scouting report finished on Courtney Crone, one of the weakest drivers. Decent marketability, though, and not that bad of a driver. Overtaking's not great, but, I mean, come on. What kind of overtaking are we going to be doing anytime soon? Wilts at home. So in the U.S., that's one bad race. Marketability, though, that plus 30 really helps. GT Le Mans driver. Ouch. That means she wants an extra $250,000. Marketability is plus 5 for pretty much a year. But the improvability is there. Potential is higher. I mean, the marketability is nice. I'm not worried about the Wilts at home. I mean, we're... we're not good anywhere right now. What's one bad race of 16? 15 coming next season. Let's see what she would charge, because if she's affordable, wages aren't important. We can go equal status, or even just 2 number 2 drivers, and then they're both happy. We'll try cheap. Actually, we're going to try like minimum cheap, because signing fee not important, and the bonuses are not important. And I'm fine with the long contract because it'll be cheap to break. Good marketability and cheap. I need that right now. And I'm not finding much better. I mean, Ocon was only slightly better than this. Right now, I need to improve the car. If I can take cheap and have an extra $500,000 every race, that money's going to go a long way in developing the car much faster. And this will cover that other 1 second gap in the other car. Still leaves us well short, though. But in the meantime, we'll keep looking. Let's see how good Leclerc is. Yeah, Ocon, already last chance, unhappy with the contract, and totally insulted by the offer at $500,000 a race. So no, we can't afford. We can't afford Ocon. So there's our answer on that one. I'm not even going to offer another contract. Wow, lots of patience from Crone. I think we're going to get Crone signed. Pretty sure. 2 3-star drivers is not great, but when you're a back marker anyway, you might as well take the marketability. Engine done before we travel? Yes, it is. 59%, but it's a big boost. And allows us to get the next part going. We haven't done anything with suspension, front wing, or the brakes. I thought we did brakes. No? Oh, we did front wing already. But just one, I think. So it's the brakes and suspension that we haven't touched yet. Suspension's going to happen a little bit faster, so let's go ahead and move on to there. Ouch. Reliability does nothing. What are we going to get from here? Well, there's a plus 25. I guess that's something. There's a plus 35. So between the two, it's going to take 3 renditions, but we'll get there. And it'll be quick, I guess. Okay, 88, 83, that's good. So brakes are there. Need to get that engine. That's the obvious one. Get that up. Or above. Our deficit getting a little bit worse. 2 million per race, but we'll get there. The marketing piece is going to definitely help. I'm going to do what I did last race, 7, 4, and 4. 57 lap race is actually pretty short, but soft compound is the hardest we have here. So what's it going to be like? Let's go ahead and fit parts. Do have that new engine, but that is really, really poor quality. I need to wait a week to put that on. So same parts as last week, we just have some better reliability this time. That means pace-wise, we're probably not going to be any better off. We're still going to be a second off the back. We're still going to be 2 seconds or another second off of Deegan with our number 2 driver. Another slow weekend, but we're making progress. I think we're right on the verge of getting our second driver for now. Not a true number 1, but it'll definitely help with the marketing. It'll bring in more money, and so we can just rush these parts one after another. Maybe we need to look into another headquarters investment as well, as we have plenty of money. We'll see how the new sponsor deals begin to look as we get that second driver and that marketing goes up quite a bit. I still haven't had an offer since Deegan was signed. I haven't had a new offer, so we didn't get any this week. Okay, the race itself is 57 laps. We don't need the soft tire at all. We can get 31, 32 laps out of the super softs. Okay, race trim, that's what we wanted. Race trim. Thank you for not wasting my time. Get them both out there, get them both back in. Gonna make their adjustments. Ooh, nice. Great, great, great. Could we possibly get to a level 3 bonus? It's so much harder without the feedback part. The feedback is so low. Even Deegan's only an 8. So, great. Well, then let's just make a small adjustment. We'll see how we're doing. I mean, 93%. So we do want to spend some time and make this better. Whoa! Excellent, and one great for Kubel. 98%. Make the slight adjustment. And you're going to make a long run right away. Deegan's not quite there yet, so we'll bring Deegan back out. Tire heating looks to be right about neutral. Okay. That did not go so well. We went the wrong direction. But at 91%, I think the handling went the right direction, but I think everything else went the wrong direction. So we need to bring the downforce the other way. And like I said, I think we might have gone the right direction on the handling, so we want it to go a little more. That's right where you were before. So that's still not going to cut it. That's going to be a bit too far, but push that a little more. That's going to be way too far. That's way too far. Now, is that gonna work? I'll try that. I think I've done too much with the handling. I really do. But we'll give it a shot. Give it a shot. The thing I like here is I really don't care much about Kubel because Kubel is so far off the pace. The Deegan. Oh, we got it. Okay. Nailed it. 99%. Got it right. Okay. Good. Alright. I'm just gonna roll on through. Yeah, we're still looking. Kubel 10 seconds off the pace of Hamilton. And we are slowly overheating, actually. Very slowly, at least. I'll have to monitor that during the race a little bit. Fuel is only slowly building on neutral. Kubel now 9.2 off the pace. Deegan, that fuel load as it comes down a little bit. Remember, these guys have all done laps at a much closer, but we're still, 4 seconds off the back. So that's kind of rough. Just about to hit level 2. We're definitely not going to hit level 3. Once I replace Kubel, I think we'll start being able to get level 3 bonuses, hopefully, with the extra driver. We'll just never get anywhere near the qualifying, but for us, we're in the back already. Doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter. Final minute of the session, and yeah, we're nowhere near a level 3 bonus, so. So a 140.3 and a 141.1. We're slow. We're still slow. No surprise there, though. The new parts have not made it onto the car. Qualifying, we literally have no shot at all. We're that full second off the pace. We're just going to simulate. But at least we got the car set up right. No, that doesn't matter. Hamilton, purple in all sectors, first time out. 2/10 clear of Bottas with Ferrari just off the pace. And then Red Bull and then Renault a clear fourth. But Racing Point really close behind Renault. So Deegan ends up, ouch, 3.8 seconds shy of Felipe Massa. With Kubel 8/10 behind. So we are actually really, really far off the pace here. Ouch. We're further off the pace here than we were at the last track, so our car is really not suited to Tundela at all. So it's going to be a rough race weekend. So we're gonna be taking it pretty quick again, as there's not going to be anything to see from our end. If we're 4 seconds off the back, that is ouch. Ouch, painful. Hamilton and Bottas top 2 again. Hamilton fastest after the first time out. Everybody's heading out for a second lap here in the final seconds. Hamilton, purple, and purple will keep pole. Vettel moves ahead of Bottas to take second by 6 milliseconds. Leclerc is fourth. Gasly and Verstappen. Gasly qualified ahead of Verstappen. Funny. Ricardo and Hülkenberg, Perez and Stroll, Raikkonen and Alexander Albon in the top 12. Remember, we have 24 cars, so it's 6, 6, and then a top 12 shootout instead of a top 10. I wouldn't mind a 7, 7, 10. That would be more balanced than a 6, 6, and a top 12 for the shootout, but 12 cars on used tires is better than 10 cars, right? For a team like me. That's slow. Slow in the back. Alright. Let's go DNF. Let's go. Let's go DNF. Let's go. Not me. Not me. You know, everybody else. Alright. Portuguese Grand Prix here in Tondela. Let's get to it, huh? 5 red lights. Right on board with Haley Deegan. Looking down at all those other cars ahead of us. Deegan really slow off the line. Kubel is quick off the line, but Kubel goes right into the gearbox of the Manor in front of him and then finds his way around, but Deegan also getting around, and both cars off to a decent start. Kubel up in P17, Deegan 3 wide here, but making moves. Caught up in traffic. There's a McLaren. and the Manners and an Alpine. I mean, there's all sorts of back markers around, and Deegan now quickly into last place. Let's go neutral right away. Boy, that's a quick deficit. And Kubel also already in P23. And we'll see how long Kubel can stay ahead. Give them an equal footing and let them race. And let's enjoy the race and see how much it takes Deegan to get around Kubel. Deegan had a look to the inside there on the final corner. Can't complete the pass, has to back off a little bit. Ruins the straight. We're already starting to drop off the back, but not as fast as I expected. We're only about 1.7 seconds behind right now. I'm sure that pace will pick up once the field really stretches out and opens up, though a lot of cars are off the pace because of the traffic. Deegan actually falling behind at the moment to her teammate. It is Sebastian Vettel who has the early race lead over Lewis Hamilton, 2 seconds down. Lance Stroll in third. Stroll is a good starter. Stroll does well on a lap number 1, and for some point, the Racing Point has a really strong car in this mod, though it's a bit off in real life. Deegan closing back up on Kubel, but not yet able to make a move. Looking to the inside on the final corner again, backs out, and then it pulls Deegan a little bit behind. This time she's closer into turn 1, but nowhere to make a move around here. Again, it looked like she had a chance to look to the inside, but thought better of it and just stayed tucked in. Let's go ahead and go ×2 at least. This is the most excitement we're going to get, the head-to-head race, because I know that once Deegan does get by Kubel, she's just going to pull away. Better car, better driver. Leclerc has a lockup. Leclerc's in 5th, Bottas 4th. Stroll still hanging on to 3rd place, but Bottas and Leclerc are breathing down her neck. Even Gasly breathing down Stroll's neck there. Albon doing really well in 7th ahead of the 2 Renaults. And Max Verstappen all the way down in 10th. Really poor start for him. No pits, no penalties. Everybody's been clean through the first few laps. That's bad for us. And somehow, Felipe Massa has a problem. Oh, Felipe Massa. There you go. First one with a problem. Felipe Massa. Here comes Kubel going around, and Massa has a puncture. Is going to be heading to the pits. So Massa riding for Alpine. Repairing the damage and coming back out. Relatively quick stop. And Kubel and Deegan still battling it out. Deegan still tucked behind. Unable to make a move. But we are way closer than I thought we would be. No, we're not. We're 2 seconds off the pace compared to Van Dorn. 6 laps, 12 seconds. At least it's not 3.5. But still, 2 seconds per lap off the pace of the back markers. That's really slow. That's really slow. We have very limited hope of getting anything this season. And I think it's ultimately going to come down to numerous DNFs. And this mod is known for that. For lots of crashes and spins and collisions and penalties. Last race we saw 5 penalties, but no DNFs. This race, so far, clean. Kvyat colliding with George Russell, though, as he makes a move for P18, but no sign of a problem for either of them. And look at that, we are already closing in on being a lap down as Vettel is well clear and Hamilton well clear, and Stroll is holding up the show a bit. Though the cars have backed off for now as Leclerc and Bottas battled it out, and Leclerc has gone around Bottas for P4, and Deegan still unable to catch Kubel, but both of them now having issues with their fuel and their tire heating. So as they back off, we'll see this is probably going to get even worse. Our 20-second gap is going to open up even quicker as we stop pushing. And here comes Felipe Massa as well, already coming up quickly on us to reclaim a couple positions. Let's go ×4 as the excitement in the back of the field is so riveting that it's got to be sped up. Here he comes. Massa coming up pretty quick now. Lap 10 getting started. Here we go. Massa having a look. And Massa goes around pretty easy. It only took a couple corners to happen. And Deegan somehow still struggling behind Kubel. Really surprised by that. Her form is quite low today. Kubel's okay on that. Massa's gone around Kubel. Here come the leaders as well, so we're about to get lapped for the first time. Our negative fuel load is going to look a little better here in the near future, but the part wear is not. Reliability was improved a bit this week, but the car itself has not seen any improvement. None of the new parts made it onto the car this week, so we're slow. There goes Vettel. Just comes right on by. We hang with him for about 2 corners, and he quickly pulls away, almost out of sight there. Hamilton coming up next, and one straight. Not even any corners, just one straightaway. That's how far off the pace we are. Kubel just a little bit further ahead. Vettel's already gone by, and there goes Hamilton. Lap 14. Alright, speed things up. Cars are beginning to pit, other than just Massa. In the pit early with their problem. There is Stroll heading into the pits, putting on the softs. Super softs. Kubel somehow still ahead of Deegan, though it is very close. They are running same pace right now, and Deegan is getting closer. There we go. Battle is on. Battle is on. We'll go ×4 and see. Here we go. The excitement. This is Kubica and Russell every race. Kubica. Something keeps happening with Russell. Other cars collide with him. He has a flat. He has an issue. Has to pit early. Is behind Kubica and then just comes up and takes a while, but Russell overtakes and then pulls away. Could this be that moment for us? By the way, Russell has outqualified Kubica in every race. The last one does not count because Kubica started ahead of Russell, but that was because of new parts to Russell's car with the penalty moving him back. But he's still out-qualified, and Russell did. And then every race, Russell has out-raced Kubica and usually been 30 to 40 seconds ahead. So as much as everybody's happy to see Kubica back in the field, he's slow. Deegan still unable to make the pass. So turn by turn, everybody else is coming around. And Deegan just there, but unable to get the job done. Having a look to the inside there on the final turn. Can't get it done. Has a look on the inside of turn 1. Tries to follow the Alfa Romeo through, but couldn't. Whoa, that is a Mercedes in 13th. It's Valtteri Bottas all the way down in P13. He must have had a problem. So he wasn't down there earlier. Verstappen's still only P11. Verstappen was down there. I think Bottas was 5th or 6th earlier as Kubel hanging on. Deegan around the outside on the final turn. Finally makes the overtake. Gets ahead. Kubel tries to get back around. Turn 1. And Deegan starting to open up a small gap anyway over Kubel. Lap 23. We're approaching that halfway. So we'll have no problem making it the distance. Now the big trick will be whether we want to pit and repair parts at some point or other, or just race it out to the end. Deegan now pulling away. She's already 3 seconds ahead of Kubel. She never even trailed by 3 seconds at any point, and she's done that in about 1 lap. We got a yellow flag in Sector 3, but everyone seems to be okay and still running. Ooh, even the Williams is lapping us now. Goodbye, Kubica. Goodbye. Russell and Verne battling it out for position, as is Lando Norris. That is a battle of 3 cars, 3 back markers fighting it out for 17th position as they make their way around to lap me. And there's a huge gap now between Deegan and Kubel. Also, there's a huge gap in terms of tire wear. Now the fuel load, don't pay attention to that one because here comes Hamilton, the race leader, to lap me again, and you'll see that'll quickly match up. Okay, Kubel needs to pit. We are actually not quite where we need to be yet, are we? Don't pit just yet. 28 would be 56 laps. 29 would be where we need to be. So go conserve. Kubel's going to drive off the cliff for a little bit here. Yeah, 30 laps remaining. Time for you to back off as well. After this lap, Kubel's going to be a bit off pace here. We're going to take our time. Yeah, there you go. Go safe. No sense making a mistake. Pit crew. I don't have the reserves yet in the pit crew. I've got a couple now. But there's quite a bit of fatigue in there, so we need to lower that risk. The mistakes are a lot bigger than playing it safe and going a couple tenths slower. Mistakes cost you 3-4 seconds. And Kubel into the pits. And it's a good stop. And it's a quick stop. That was 2.6 seconds. Okay. Neutral. And now Deegan, it's just about time for her to come in as well. She's still at 26%, so she's doing okay. We could actually go back to maybe push for a lap and then come in. Oh my goodness. She has a broken wing. Okay. Let's go balanced. You are racing your teammate after all, and she is way off pace right now because of an accident. I missed that somewhere. It could have happened while Kubo was pitting. No wonder she was off the pace. Comes out still ahead of Kubo. 10 seconds ahead. No wonder she didn't open up a huge gap to Kubo. Alrighty, well, how we looking back on the race front? Hamilton's got a 3.5 second lead over Sebastian Vettel. We are over 100 seconds behind Massa, even though Massa will pit soon. So we are very much out of the race. Gasly has pit twice already, but is in P5. So very much a reversal of real life, as Gasly is often somewhere right around P10. And Verstappen always somewhere around P3 to P5. 35 seconds still Leclerc in second, so we've very much got a two-man battle at this point for the race. Leclerc just set the fastest lap at a 1:35.002. Down a little bit. Now these tires should make it to the end, and condition-wise, I'm not looking to pit this time. I want to just kind of see how far down we are on normal race pace. Well, it's 300 seconds at this point, and we are definitely slower on this track than we were on the last. As I get lapped again, Kupel first. Hamilton making his way up now on Deegan. After getting around the Alfa Romeo, there's Deegan, and he goes by very quickly. And pitting in this time. By the way, Hamilton's form, a 10. He's opened up a bit of a gap to Vettel now, 6.5 seconds, and it's opening quickly right now. 7, 8 seconds now. 9 seconds is the gap. 10 seconds as he drives away from Vettel. Fastest lap there, 1:34.264. 10.5 seconds is the gap here with 13 to go. Hamilton is starting to run away with this race. Lance Stroll pits from 3rd place. Will reset to position 5, though. That is still a fantastic spot for Lance Stroll to be in. But Stroll pits a second time. Stroll, that was actually only his second pit stop, so Stroll had a penalty of some kind. That was a drive-through because he came right back out on the same tires without actually stopping, just lost a couple positions, then came in to pit. So Lance Stroll had a drive-through penalty, or so it would appear. We are super slow. Hello, hello, hello. Let's actually just go ahead and push. Made things worse with that, but it's not like we're not way, way behind. But, I mean, if you look at the back markers, they're all way, way behind too. Just a handful of progress will be enough. Engine 22%, only a handful of laps left. Tempted to go in and fix. Maybe we just do one car. Let's do one car. Fix it all. Fix it all. And be safe about it. So Kubel effectively retiring for the day. But Deegan a little better off. But we're still... The gap from Hamilton to Massa is pretty much the same as Massa to Deegan. As Kubel gets back out there, let's turn down the engine mode so we don't put additional wear on the car. Deegan, meanwhile, now making it, at least. Push to the end, just just to see it out. Final lap. So it was 31.87 at the start of the lap. 381.7. 381.7. Where is she going to be at the end? So she lost 4.5 seconds on that final lap. So her race pace was 4.5 seconds a lap slower than the leader. That's a huge gap to cover. But if we can take a second or two of that down, we'll already be a lot closer. But if we're going to not get relegated, we've got to catch those back markers. And soon. A second driver, new sponsors, that'll help. And we got to just keep rolling out those points. Parts, not points. Hamilton takes the win, Vettel takes second, Leclerc, Gasly, Bottas. Verstappen gets the fast lap, but only manages to get back up to 8th. Kvyat with the drive-through. Massa had a drive-through. No drive-through for Stroll, so not sure what happened. Why Stroll went in, didn't change anything, went out, went back around. But overall, 4 laps, 5 laps down. Definitely not good. We're still 2 laps away from Massa. You can see we're double where he is, so it's going to be a while before we can get up there. But the good thing for me is that we're still not having the back markers score either. So if we get there at some point and even just score 1 point, we're suddenly ahead of 3 teams. Just like that. It's all it'll take. So Alpine, Williams, and Manor are all struggling just as much as, well, not just as much, but a lot, just like we are. Points-wise, we're on a level playing field. So all it takes is one point, and we're going to be safe this season. Pace-wise, we're nowhere near getting that. It's going to take a lot of DNFs and a lot more pace for us to even beat anyone. So it's going to require some luck. We'll see if it happens. We'll see. But it's slowly coming along. The car, maybe, kind of. Not really. I don't know. I'm definitely worried about a relegation this season. Starting a car from scratch is difficult. But that's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. And remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe and tune in next time on my Road to the Record. Bye for now.